Welcome to Dungeon Crawl Talk Soup, Episode 8. In case this is your first time watching Dungeon Crawl Talk Soup, my show is one part podcast with my friends, one part perilous permadeath gaming challenge. Mostly I chat with my friends about a topic they love, but rarely get the chance to talk about at length, but at the same time, I'm trying to get my first win at Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. The catch is, if my character dies, the episode ends. Hope you enjoy the show. I heard that too. Why, why is Halloween y'all's favorite holiday?
I love spooky stuff so much.
Yeah, you're into spooky stuff. See, that's why I guessed that. I knew it, and I thought it was good to say, just general. If it is a good guess to say generally horror instead of like horror movies or horror, because I know that you're into all sorts of different horror stuff and spooky stuff, horror books.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah. I was like, what am I going to talk about? And then all the things I was thinking about, I was like, well, I really like to talk about these scary books that I'm reading. And I'm like, well, that's a little too like specific. And then I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I have this really spooky podcast that I like to listen to.
Tell me about the spooky podcast.
Oh, it's so good. It's called Real Life Ghost Stories. And this woman is Irish. Her name's Emma. She's fantastic. I could listen to her talk all day. And she releases like 2 or 3 episodes during the week where it's just like 20 minutes of her reading people's ghost stories that they send in.
Oh, no way.
And those are okay. Like sometimes they're really good. Sometimes it's like from paramedics. Like those are the best ones.
Yes. I bet that's spooky.
But then anyone who says like, oh, I used my crystals, those ones are terrible. Those like just fast forward right through those ones.
Yep. Okay.
But then every Sunday she builds a whole episode around some like spooky location or like a cryptid or some like mysterious happening or like a poltergeist event, like something that's been reported, there's stories of that she can collect information on. And she'll do like a little kind of like a documentary style podcast for like 45 minutes on this thing.
Wow.
And those are the best.
That's a lot of content. I can't make that much content.
Those are super fun. It is. I don't know if she works outside. I mean, like, it's been going for a while. It's been a few years. And I don't know if she does this full time but it's a lot.
I bet she gets Patreon and like a bunch of
she does,
donations.
Yeah.
But still, okay.
Yeah,
so,
she definitely does.
Spooky podcast. So you're like, you're way deep in the spooky world. But you're not a goth.
It's just so much fun. And I've got No, Georgia is though.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah. She wants to dye her hair black.
Oh, here we go. I want to see that. And
she just has been wearing black every day. And she wants to wear like spider earrings. She's just a spooky kid. She likes spooky stuff, but she doesn't like to be scared. She just likes things to be spooky.
She likes to be around spooky, but not scared.
Yes.
Does she like cryptids?
Well, we have 2 kids who don't like being scared. No, she's not like a monster kid. She likes spiders and snakes and bats. She likes the animals that everyone thinks are too creepy.
Creatures.
She thinks they're adorable. Yes. Yep.
She likes the creatures. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. She's so cute. That's such a good phase, and it's such a good evolution for her. It's perfect.
It is. It's very fun. She wanted to do the baking for the Halloween party, and we had to go into the bookstore to find like a book so she can like pick out things she wanted to bake for the party. And we had to ask the lady at the bookstore, we're like, we need like a spooky things baking book. And she's like for adults? I was like, I don't know, man. Like maybe. I was like, I've got a little like pre-goth girl over there who wants to bake like spider cupcakes. Do you have a book for that?
Yo, you see that little girl over there? She looks really cute. She got blonde hair or like reddish blonde hair or whatever, right? That's a goth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know it. The book's released. I don't care about that either. I don't care. It's just goth or not. You gotta get this girl like a goth cookbook.
She wants something where she can put blood inside.
Oh my gosh. She wants
things to look like
that's scary.
Blood is coming out of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's scary. What about tell me the scary book. Are you reading a scary book now?
Oh yeah. I'm reading what's it called? The Final Girls Support Group.
Have I heard of this? Is it good?
You have probably heard of it. It is pretty good. But I just got off of 2 other books that I really, really liked, and so far it's like not hitting me as much as those ones
Oh, I
did.
hear how that
One of them
is.
I was going to ask you or Jess to read because it's so good.
Oh, okay. I would check it
Um,
out.
but
I just,
it's called My Best Friend's Exorcism.
ooh,
That
but
one is stellar.
and it's scary because that sounds fun.
It's scary. It's scary. It's silly and scary. It's a good
Wow,
combination of like
that's a
humor
tough
and also
combination.
like
That's a tough combo.
there were literally parts where I had like I thought I was going to throw the book. Like I had to like physically move my body away away from the book because it was too
Wow,
much.
and still able to be silly.
Yeah, it was a what freezer book. It was definitely a freezer book.
That's incredible. Freezer book, Joey.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so good. This is another episode of Friends, the podcast over here.
This is all about
Every
friends.
week we bring
Oh
friends
yeah.
into the show. Um, uh, I just got done reading the book Rings, which the movie Ring is based off of. I
Ooh,
read
tell me
that in
about it.
October. Um, it's pretty darn close to the movie. The Naomi Watts
Really? That sounds
movie is
awesome.
pretty close to the book. And
That kind of seems like one of those things where the book is going to be way scarier.
I can't know. I think that the fact that it's so close made it so that it wasn't scary. Like there just wasn't. I wasn't scared because there's no twists and turns. There was no like
Oh,
surprises. Um, because the major twist. I think the major twist would have been awesome in the book.
yeah. If you
But
had read that before
yeah, if
seeing
you
the
read it
movie,
before, you
which
might have
you,
been like really freaked out and scared. But I was like, no, I know how this goes. I know what happens next. I know that that it's
yeah,
the girl got killed or whatever. So it was it didn't fly for me.
that's a bummer.
How does scary books work? How do you get scared by a book versus jump scares
Oh,
of a haunted house?
that's a good question. Something surprising happens is kind of like a jump scare. Like you're going through the book and you're like kind of, you're always making like predictions, right? About like, oh, here's what I think might happen. This is where I think this is going. And then something different happens. You're like, what the fuck? How is that possible? Like
And then you
that
have to
freaks
reread
me
it.
out. Or like, yes, yeah. And I'd like go back and be like, no, that did not just happen.
It's
Like
incredible that can happen with a
those get
book
me.
because it was on the page the whole time.
Yeah. I know. It's just sitting there.
It was just
All of
sitting
a
there,
sudden your
pages away
eyes
from
find it
you.
and you're like, ah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and you
true.
can be surprised by
That
it.
is a little weird.
I guess that's true
Yeah,
with
there's
film too. If you think about it, it was already there and it was already recorded. I don't know. This is
it's always been
it's
here.
always been there. You can get surprised by a movie. The movie's been the same the entire time. It's your
It is kind of
experience.
like that though, because it's like even being scared, but like it's in your TV. It lives in your
It's
TV.
been in there the
Like
whole time. Yeah,
the forgetting that it's not happening to you. Yeah.
yeah.
We just went to an escape room that was like a murder mystery escape room.
Really? Who went? Who was in the room?
So I was trying to figure out if you were going to tell me that you are going to go back and fight the snake.
I'm not. Oh wait, I'm gonna do that soon.
Alex and I went. We got a date night,
Just
and
the
it
two
was
of
cool
you?
because it was like an Agatha Christie style. Yes, yeah, it was like a private room, and it was really cheap, but like really well done. And it was cool because it was kind of like a book coming to life.
Oh
Like it
my
was like
gosh.
I read Agatha Christie constantly, and then we
Mm-hmm.
got to like be a part of solving like a murder mystery. It was really fun.
That's perfect for you two. Oh my
We did not solve
goodness.
it. Yeah,
You did
we
not?
lost.
Oh
Like
no.
epically lost. I've never been to an escape room. Have you ever done one?
I have, yeah. I've had a very good time doing escape room a couple different times. But
Okay.
it's
Do they
been
always have multiple rooms?
um I'm gonna say yes. I don't know that that's for sure
Yes.
true, but I have every both times I was in an escape room, it seemed like we were gonna have the whole thing be in the room we were in, and then we like got out the outdoor and found out that there's actually more room over here.
Yes.
And that's happened both times I've been in an escape room, where it's like,
That is
oh, this
exactly
isn't
what happened to
over.
us.
Yeah,
we thought we were being so like, we're very methodical because we do these like ones at home too. And like, we just
Yes.
like to pour over everything. And so we're like, oh, we got 20 minutes left. And then all of a sudden there's another room and we're like, oh my God, there's so much stuff in this room. And then there was a third room.
No
So
way. You didn't
we
even
ran
make
out
it
of
to the
time.
third
Yeah.
room. They
Nope.
gotta warn you
Nope.
about that sort of thing.
I know. Well, the guy came in and he was like, oh, you guys did, I mean, pretty good after that first clue I had to give you. Do you want to know what the answer is? And we're like, no, we're coming back.
Oh,
Don't say
nice.
anything.
Ooh. And you didn't, you didn't even get to the third room?
No.
You should
And
just do it
we're
again,
going
yeah.
to just go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too fun.
You'll get to do the whole second half. I can just imagine the two of you in there. You're like reading books to try to find out the code. Like reading entire novels. Going through every pocket of every suit.
He put little clues up on the little window that was just like, don't do that.
Don't do that. Stop touching that.
It was like you can't solve that yet. Just do the other thing. And we're like, no, we're gonna do this. Like, just you gotta walk away from that.
I think that you do have to, in the escape room mindset, realize that it's not exactly for the dumbest common denominator, right? But it's not for, it's not only solvable by geniuses.
Yes.
And so you just got to be like, common sense is probably going to get a lot of people there. Because they want fans. Although, I don't know, they probably do want people to come back. But it probably change it out a little bit fairly often. Yeah.
Well, he said there's one, all of their rooms are, I don't know if it's normal for play, it's our first one, but like all the rooms are themed. And he said the submarine room is the hardest. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah. What? Okay. How are you going to get out of a submarine?
Submarine room. What's even the storyline for that?
You don't want to escape the submarine. That's the thing about a submarine.
Right?
You want to be in the submarine. Escaping the submarine's bad. That's where the water is.
The door's locked.
That's where the water is. There's entire movies about staying inside the submarine. What are you talking about? You also have that. Go ahead. Sorry, Kelly.
Oh, I was gonna say I did think that maybe the escape room was gonna have like a horror element, like like the movie. Like maybe just like 1% chance we get like chopped into little cubes or something.
Oh yes. Okay, got it. Like Saw.
Yeah, but it made it all the more scary. So, but that didn't happen.
I've been in an escape room where it's like they tell you that a bomb is gonna go off unless you escape the room.
Oh,
it's not actually gonna happen, but it's like that's the storyline, and
that is a little scary.
That's kind of what you're talking about. Yeah, there's drama to it. You're not just gonna lose; you're also gonna like die.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to explode.
Yeah. You've done the take home Agatha Christie games, and you've done like the Rent a Murder. Is that what it's called, or Murder a Box?
Yeah. Yes. There's a couple different ones.
You sent that to me, and then I did it after you did it, and it was a lot of fun. But it's fun to just be able to chill and just try to figure that out.
It is. It's nice to have like a puzzle.
Yeah. Oh, it's basically a puzzle.
Yeah.
A puzzle that you can lose.
Yeah, I like that. Some of them are disappointing because I feel like you get to the end and you feel like you're being so smart and we'll figure out like a whole storyline and the motivation. And you get to the end and it's just like, it's this guy. Like, yeah, but why? Was I right about all the other stuff?
Yeah.
They really don't give you that.
You sent us the one from like a dive bar. Do you remember that?
Is this like the instruction manual for this game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm just like clicking through the instruction manual. Yeah, totally. I thought people might like to just read the instructions.
Really bad. I feel like
if anybody wants to just read the instructions, they can just do that. Because I'm just acting as though it's important to me to find out what's going on in the instructions. I'm looking for something, Kelly, okay?
So that way, if they're not listening and they're just looking.
Just watching? Obviously, I'm looking for something in the instruction manual. I'm not just stalling for time so that I can talk to my friend. That's not happening at all. I am, in fact, for sure, looking for something in the instruction manual.
Figure out how to get rid of snakes here.
Yeah. I'm looking for the no snakes button. It's in here somewhere. I'll find it eventually.
The nope rope spray. It's got
Nope.
to be in here somewhere.
Okay, well we'll sign off soon. We're dead, but we made it to an hour. Wait, maybe we should check license,
Ugh,
contact, and history. That's
feel
probably got
terrible.
something. Oh, that's just
This
the
is
website.
important, I think.
History. Crawl began as Lindy's Dungeon Crawl, created in 1995 by Lindy Hensel. Lindy based Crawl on popular roguelike games of the time, namely Moria, Hack, and NetHack. NetHack I've played. It's impossible. It's much harder.
Have you played the other two?
I haven't played the other two. And taking inspiration from traditional RPGs like Ultima 4. The object of your quest in Crawl, the Orb of Zot, was taken from Wizard's Castle, a text adventure written in BASIC. I wonder if we can
This
find
is like the whole thing.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of what's that, Ready Player One? Where's all that like lore and history behind the game?
Yeah. There's an absolute insane amount of lore in this game. You can also look up every single monster. I was doing that for a little while just for fun. You can look up every single monster. List of character species. Let's see, it's in here somewhere.
Have you come across all of the monsters like
No.
naturally yet?
No. Okay, wait. It's control.
Do any of them take over more than one like little pixelated square?
No. Oh, you know what? I've encountered a thing in the Abyss that it's only one square, but that then it produces tentacles that like wander out into the squares around it, and you have to fight those equally as the monster itself. There's also this really cool monster much later that's a jelly, and if it runs onto the same space as another jelly, it gets bigger, and the little picture of it changes, and then now it's two jellies on top of each other, and they can become like
it's
up
like
to
the
4
blob.
jellies. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Whoa.
These are all the different giant monsters you can find.
What is a brood mother? Is that a spider or a brain?
It's a spider. It's a giant spider swollen with eggs. Its innumerable offspring are always at its call. I've just fought that thing, and it just spits spiders out at you, all sorts of random different spiders. There's also a giant cactus you can fight.
Cactus giant. He looks so cute.
A green skin spiny colossus.
I just want to like tickle him.
Yeah, I want to get up close, but you don't want to do that, Kelly. It'll hurt you if you hug a cactus.
Don't hug it. Well, I wouldn't. I would give it like a little poke in the belly.
Ooh, do.
He's asking for it. Look at it.
He is your little cutie. You also bought the Final Girl board game. I wanted to talk about that.
You bought the Final Girl board game.
Oh, I bought it for you as a present,
and it is amazing. You did, and I love it.
How
it actually inspired me to get the books.
That's what I thought.
Very good.
So you mentioned the Final Girl series, and it is the same. It's spurned from the same universe or something, or
so I don't know. So I got a book called, I think it's just called The Final Girl by Riley Sager, I think. And that book was really, really good. I don't know if it is the same thing as the board game, but that wouldn't surprise me. But then now I'm reading a different book by like Grady Hendrix, I think. It's a totally different author, and it's called The Final Girl Support Group. It's a different book with like a different person.
Oh, it's another different book.
Yeah, and so I don't know if one of them were to go along with the game, it would probably be the first one, like the one that's just the Final Girl.
I'm checking to see.
That one was really good too.
A book. I'm looking it up online. Final Girl is a novel by Riley Sager. It says there's a... Oh, the two are not directly related to each other, but they share the same name and are both related to the horror genre. That's wrong answer, Bing.
That's...
When I say, is Final Girl book related to Final Girl the board game? And they come back with, yes, Final Girl is related to the book and the board game. And then it tells the description of the book, and then it describes the game, and then it says the two are not directly related to each other, but they share the same name and are both related to horror genre. Then they're not related.
They're related in the way that they're not related.
They're related in the way we're all related. We all live of this earth, and therefore they are related.
These are all entertainment pieces for you. Final Girls was really, really good. The Final Girls support group is pretty good, just not as good yet.
Okay.
But if you were going to read something, I would read The Final Girls, or My Best Friend's Exorcism was really good, and it's set in like the 80s, I think, and it has like the front cover makes it look like it's a cassette tape with like a bunch of stickers and stuff all over it, and the whole book is kind of like that. It's like very Stranger Things nostalgia. It is super fun.
Okay, that sounds great. But those two the books aren't related.
None of those things are related, except by the fact that I've read them.
Okay, recently. Got it. Yes, and the fact that they are both earthbound and and part of this universe. They are related in that sense.
They are all items. So.
Okay, let's do a quick rapid. Here's what we'll do, Kelly. We'll do a rapid fire. Favorite horror movies of some sort.
Oh.
Do it.
Okay.
Okay, I have an idea for how to do that. And then we'll do that quick, and then we'll see if we can survive this snake attack.
Okay.
Okay. So
are you going first?
What we'll do is we'll do a draft format of horror movies. I just thought of this just now. So the way it works is I get to pick the first movie, and then you get to pick two movies. And then I get to pick two movies. The reason is it would be unfair for me to continually
get pick two? Okay.
Yeah, because...
See, draft pick is, I don't know what that means.
Okay, so basically it's a snake format, meaning like...
That's a sports thing.
Yeah, it's a sports thing. So forget all that part. Nobody cares about that. We're not a sports podcast. Basically, think about it this way.
We're a friends podcast, first and foremost.
It's a friends podcast, friends podcast. But I can explain snake format to you really quickly. If it kept being you, then me, then you, then me, then I'd kind of always have an advantage, right? Because I'd get my second pick before you.
Oh, okay.
So what we're going to do is change off who gets the first pick per round.
Okay, and is it like top 10?
Yeah.
When does it
Are you going to write it down?
Like, how many choices am I going to get? Because, all right, hold on. Yes, I have a marker and magnet paper. That's going to have to be it.
I could write it down. You know why I could? Because I'm almost surely not going to press any buttons again. Because if I did, then I would surely die.
That can be done.
Right. No, we should do only 5. We're going to do 5 movies.
5 each or 5 total?
5 each.
Okay.
And then we'll potentially end the podcast because that will allow everyone to judge our 5 podcasts each. I think this is the best idea I've ever had. No one's ever had this good of an idea on a podcast.
Very excited.
You're going to give me first overall pick?
Okay. Yep, you get first overall pick. Oh, you're going to... All right.
No, I don't think I'm going to pick what you think.
And also, you can't pick the human centipede.
Ew, no. Okay. But maybe we're thinking about it different ways, but I'm not going to pick human centipede. That would not be my first overall pick.
You tried to get me to see that movie a really long time ago, and I haven't stopped thinking about it our entire friendship. I just need you to know that.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. But that can't be changed now.
You should be. I have nightmares and I've never seen it.
I'm strong enough to know the things I can change and the things I can't, and that's not one of them.